Well, the airway, I think oftentimes people confuse the two, conflate the two, airway issues versus respiration. When we're talking airway, we're talking about a physical blockage of the airway due to some foreign material or due to a position that the person is in that physically occludes the air from going into the lungs through the mouth. When we're talking respiration, that is the act of breathing itself. Those two are separate. You could have a blocked airway and still have the musculature to take a breath, or you could have a completely clear airway and not be able to breathe because of, say, a chest wound where you can't draw air into your lungs. So we start off with just the basic airway to ensure that they have a patent tube going from either their mouth or their nose into their lungs so that we can perform the task of breathing without any difficulty. So in the class, we cover how to assess, some of the airway difficulties and then what to do. We, primarily deal with that with positioning of the patient. We do a chin lift to open up their airway a little bit, and then we cover some other airway adjuvants, such as a nasal pharyngeal airway, putting a tube in their nose to run down into the back of their throat to kind of bypass that area where the tongue blocks the back of the airway in some patient's position, and when, more importantly, when not to use those kind of nasal pharyngeal airways. And then we talk about, what to do, how to position the patient so that their airway stays open so that they can breathe on their own.